Guys, calm down, okay? I'm back. The reason why I let them borrow this again is because the first time I got it back with a new battery. Because about a year ago, I made videos saying, well, you know, the camcorder's dying, I don't know if it's going to last much longer. I then get it back with a working battery. But you're right, the people who wanted to borrow them are the managers of the company at which I work. I haven't been called into work in about 6 months. They probably make more than 3.5 months working there than I have in the whole 3.5 years that I've been there. So, yeah. I don't see why they can't just get one themselves. So for that reason, I'm certainly at least going to put up resistance if they ask again. Anyway, a lot to talk about because it's been a riot over here in the last few weeks. Especially south of the border. Actually, everything that could be said about that's pretty much already been covered. All I would say is when I made that video, why aren't we getting mad at the beginning of the year? Not exactly what I had in mind. I'm going to briefly touch on a few other things. First, how did Elevator Gate become what it was? I mean, yeah, what she said to the guy was an overreaction, but it really didn't warrant that huge kind of response. I mean, she wasn't really whining about it, she was just saying, hey, not really comfortable with this. But that didn't stop people just blowing it way out of proportion and saying, oh, look what feminists really think of us. Another thing. Kate, Jasper, why did you let that become drama? All babies are atheists, is what I'm talking about here. I think there's a very simple way to put this one down right now. You see, to differentiate certain kinds of atheists, you already have the words like weak atheist or strong atheist or gnostic atheist or agnostic atheist. But there's two other ones you can use. An implicit atheist and an explicit atheist. Now, an implicit atheist is someone who is an atheist simply because they've not given the issue any thought. They've not been introduced to the concept of God, so by default they are an atheist. That's what an implicit atheist is. An explicit atheist has been introduced to the concept of religion and gods and has consciously rejected the idea on the basis of either lack of evidence like we have, so we're all explicit atheists basically. The point that I'm trying to make is all babies are implicit atheists. Pretty much any inanimate object in this room, even though, you know, as Jasper said, it is kind of redundant to even use the word, but they are technically implicit atheists. But seriously, how did you guys get to the point where it was, oh, you're a disgusting person and I never want to talk to you again? Based on that. I should clarify, I haven't made these terms implicit and explicit atheists up. Look it up on Wikipedia, they're there. And the last thing I'm going to do before I move on to the next video and more substantive stuff is an underwear tag which I promised Sandy Sweet 575 or Simone that I would do. I know that's the second time I've given her a shout out, but seriously do sub, she's becoming one of my favourites. Now if I did this the way everyone else did it, it would be an extremely boring video. All my underwear is boxers. So, I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm going to demonstrate to you where the no true Scotsman fallacy comes from. The things I do for YouTube. Right now, I am not a true Scotsman. Give me a second. Bear with me. Now, I am. So yeah, if you wear underwear with your kilt, you're not a true Scotsman. If you go commando, you are. Why is that a fallacy? Well, obviously a Scotsman is simply someone who was, I guess, either born in Scotland or of Scottish descent. It's got nothing to do with whether or not you even wear a kilt. Because here in Scotland we don't normally, unless it's, you know, weddings or you know, we need to represent Scotland abroad or something like that, you know. Actually, just one more thing. I'm going to link in the description a website that I have that's underway. Currently, it's, you know, it's hosted on a free site called Weebly. That will change in the future. But basically, what I want to do is create a site where I just host music that I've written, because, you know, as I mentioned in a previous video, this is what I want to do as a career. So I need to start getting experience for it. And if you need music for your videos, please do stop by and, you know, have a look at what I have to offer. At the moment I only have one song up, and that's, I don't think it can actually even be used, but it's just to demonstrate what it's going to be like. And yeah, hopefully I can steal some business from Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech. We'll just see how it goes. I'll also upload the music onto my Access TV YouTube channel when I write it, when I've recorded it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.